You're listening to the Talkative Toastmaster podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Surplus. In this podcast, we explore how Toastmasters can help you to polish your public speaking skills, communicate with confidence, and amplify your authenticity. You'll hear from my fellow Toastmasters and I how this global organisation has impacted our lives for the better and how it could impact yours. Now, let's get talkative. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 10. In this week's episode, we're talking about the thrill or terror of impromptu speaking and how Toastmasters can help you to hone this invaluable skill. But firstly, a shout out. I know that many clubs are starting their new year, and I know that our club has had an influx of new members. So if you've started and joined at a Toastmasters club this year, well done. I'm really happy for you, and you have made an amazing decision to further your professional and personal growth. So congratulations to all the new members who have joined clubs over the break, and I wish you an amazing time on your Toastmasters journey. Now, let's get back to our topic for the day. In a world that thrives on effective communication, the ability to speak confidently and articulately on the spot is invaluable. Impromptu speaking, that is, the art of delivering a coherent and compelling speech without any preparation, is a skill that can significantly enhance your personal and professional life. As I've talked about in previous episodes, Toastmasters International, the global organisation dedicated to communication and leadership development, offers a structured and supportive environment for members to hone both their prepared speaking skills and impromptu speaking skills. In this episode, we'll explore the importance of impromptu speaking, its real-world applications, and how Toastmasters can play a crucial role in nurturing and enhancing this skill for you. And so why is impromptu speaking such a valuable skill to develop? Let's look at 4 key reasons. Number 1, adaptability in communication. Impromptu speaking is a manifestation of your adaptability in communication. In various professional and social situations, we're often required to express our thoughts spontaneously. In fact, this is how we do most of the communication in our lives. Whether it's responding to a question during a meeting, participating in a panel discussion, or even just having casual conversations with friends, the ability to speak on the spot demonstrates flexibility and quick thinking. Number 2, enhanced problem-solving skills. The nature of impromptu speaking often involves addressing unexpected topics or questions. This challenges us to think critically and respond creatively. Developing this skill can enhance problem-solving abilities as we learn to organise our thoughts quickly and deliver effective solutions or insights on the fly. Number 3, confidence building. One of the most significant benefits of impromptu speaking is its contribution to building confidence. As we've talked about in many of the previous episodes, public speaking in any form can be highly intimidating for many people. By regularly engaging in impromptu speaking exercises, we can gradually overcome the fear of the unknown and develop a sense of self-assurance that extends beyond just spontaneous speaking situations. Try saying that fast 3 times in a row. Number 4, effective communication in leadership. Leaders are often faced with unexpected challenges that require immediate communication. Whether it's addressing a crisis, responding to inquiries, or rallying a team, impromptu speaking skills are invaluable for leaders at any level. A leader who can communicate confidently and coherently on the spot inspires trust and fosters a positive organisational culture. So these are 4 reasons as to why it's worth developing your impromptu speaking skills. Now, let's look at some real-world applications for using these skills. First, business meetings. In the corporate world, business meetings can be unpredictable, and we may need to provide input or respond to queries without any notice. Impromptu speaking skills ensure that professionals can contribute meaningfully to discussions, share ideas, and address concerns on the spot. Second, job interviews. Job interviews are high-pressure situations where candidates must effectively communicate their qualifications and abilities. The ability to articulate your thoughts spontaneously really sets candidates apart and showcases your adaptability and quick thinking, qualities that are highly valued by employers. Third, networking events. Networking is a crucial aspect of career development, and impromptu speaking is particularly useful in these settings. Being able to strike up conversations, share insights, and make a lasting impression on potential connections can open doors to new opportunities. And often people will hang back at networking opportunities for the very reason that they're terrified of approaching people and having to have these spontaneous conversations. Fourth, social gatherings. Whether at weddings, parties, or social events, we all often find ourselves in situations where we need to engage in spontaneous conversations. Impromptu speaking skills contribute to making these interactions more enjoyable and meaningful. And so, how does Toastmasters foster impromptu speaking skills? Toastmasters provides a supportive environment where members can practice and enhance their impromptu speaking skills through a number of activities and exercises. Probably the most known, and you may have heard about these, is table topics. A hallmark of Toastmasters meetings is the table topics session, and this is where members are invited to speak on a given topic for 1 to 2 minutes without any prior warning or even knowledge of the subject. This exercise allows members to practice thinking on their feet, organising their thoughts quickly, and delivering coherent responses. And the way that different members deliver their table topic session can be very varied. I know that in the episode with John Curry, I think it was about episode 6 or 7, we talked a lot about how different people have brought creativity into the table topics role. But it might even just be a question about, tell us about an amazing road trip that you had. Sarah, over to you. Then Sarah comes to the stage and talks for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic. And some table topic sessions will have themes. Some will perhaps ask Toastmasters not to say a particular word. There's so many ways that table topic sessions can be done, but they're all designed to really get you to focus your thinking in that 1 to 2 minute space. Speech evaluations. Now, this is another important area of Toastmasters, and I'll go into more detail in this in a couple of episodes. But after each speech, or even each impromptu speaking exercise, members receive evaluations from their peers in Toastmasters. So this feedback helps individuals identify strengths, areas for improvement, and provides actionable insights to refine their impromptu speaking skills. And again, because you may not have heard that person speak, you certainly have no idea what they're going to say. When you then have to deliver feedback about all those things I just mentioned, you're also thinking on your feet. Now, there's many structures into which you can fill out an evaluation. And again, that's one of the things we teach in Toastmasters, but it is an example of impromptu speaking and just another way you can practice giving on-the-spot feedback and encouragement and potentially some constructive feedback. So if you think about how you might be able to use this skill in other areas of your life, the opportunities are fairly limitless. So as well as table topics and speech evaluations, there's plenty of other impromptu speaking opportunities at every club meeting. This can include roles such as a round robin or warm-up, where each member is given 20 or so seconds to speak just at the beginning of the meeting to literally warm up everyone's voices, give everyone a chance at speaking, and again, practice getting a short, sharp point across in 20 seconds. It can actually be harder to keep to that time limit, I find, than doing a 5 to 7 minute speech. There's also other roles like the grammarian, where you'll be asked to firstly explain the role and then throughout the meeting count the number of ums and ahs and filler words like so, you know, like, and look at interesting language and whatever else takes your fancy from a grammarian's perspective. And then you have to deliver a report at the end of the meeting. Again, really not being able to prepare in advance for it. You have to listen pretty well to what's being said and then get up and deliver a brief report. Similarly, we have a general evaluator where they will evaluate the evaluators. So as I said, everything in Toastmasters is evaluated, and every evaluation is pretty much an impromptu speaking opportunity, because at best you might get a couple of minutes to prepare and then you'll have to deliver that speech. And then there's educational modules as well. So we've talked in depth in episode 6 about how Toastmasters offers a comprehensive educational program called Pathways. And in that educational program, there are modules specifically designed to help members improve not only their communication and speaking skills, but also their impromptu speaking. So it just depends on which pathway you choose, but there is quite a structured approach to skills development. As well as the sessions I've talked about, there's plenty of other opportunities to practice impromptu speaking at Toastmasters. Taking on club leadership roles, like president, for example, means that I get to address the club at the beginning and the end of each meeting, even if only for a few minutes. But I do have to be aware of what's going in to the meeting, what's happening, if there's anything I need to announce on the spot, or things that may have changed in the lead up to that meeting, or I might have to think about what I want to say at the end of the meeting and respond to, say, guest feedback when I ask for it. So each of those little mini speeches, I suppose, when I'm at the stage is just another way I can practice my impromptu speaking skills. Also, as a club president, I have to run a couple of business meetings each year, and this happens in all Toastmasters clubs. It's part of the way we run our clubs. And again, while we have a specific meeting format, we do need to cover general business and questions and answer any questions or discussions that come up, and that's another opportunity to practice those skills. Even outside of a standard Toastmasters club, there's almost an endless number of opportunities to practice this skill as well. And that might include being on event committees or getting involved in area, division, or district committees. Because Toastmasters is a community-run organisation, there's plenty of committees and groups overseeing different elements, just to make sure everything runs smoothly and that clubs are supported. And each of those requires speaking opportunities. Also, it could involve holding roles at club officer training. Again, through the Toastmasters program, there's heaps and heaps of free training, and certainly club officer training twice a year, where if you want to volunteer to run one of those sessions, you can. And even though, again, there might be some elements of prepared speeches there, you never know quite what questions are going to come up or how you'll need to respond. So Toastmasters really provides almost endless opportunities if you really want to practice this skill. As we start to wrap up this episode, I really hope that I've been able to show you why impromptu speaking is a skill that transcends the boundaries of professional and personal life. It equips individuals with the ability to navigate unforeseen circumstances with confidence and poise. And Toastmasters, with its proven track record in communication and leadership development skills, offers a wonderfully nurturing environment for people like you to cultivate and refine your impromptu speaking skills. As the business landscape becomes increasingly competitive, the importance of being able to communicate effectively in real time cannot be overstated. Toastmasters not only recognises this need, but actively addresses it through its structured programs, supportive community, and opportunities for continuous improvement. By embracing the power of impromptu speaking and engaging with organisations like Toastmasters, I believe everyone can unlock their full communication potential and thrive in this ever-evolving global landscape. If you're ready to unlock your potential, consider joining a Toastmasters club near you. Check out the Find a Club link on the Toastmasters International website at www.toastmasters.org. It's worth visiting a couple of different clubs as a guest to see which club best suits you. If you do take the leap and visit a meeting, I would absolutely love to hear your experience. Feel free to message me at talkativetoastmaster@gmail.com or tag me in the comments if you found this podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Thanks for listening to today's show. Head to talkativetoastmaster.com where you'll find the show notes for this and all other episodes, as well as links to some awesome Toastmasters resources. If you found value in today's content, I'd really appreciate if you could share it with friends and colleagues who may be interested, or leave a review on iTunes. This helps more people to find us. Until next time, remember the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. All the great speakers were bad speakers at first. Have a great week.